So earlier I installed Vivo, now installing Gulp. After that, installing this template, Microsoft slash generated template. Okay.
Okay.
So I installed all three Gulp, Vivo, and the template, Microsoft SharePoint template. Okay, let me know once you are done with the installation.
Yeah, I have installed that.
You installed it?
Yeah.
Okay. So once this is the um, prerequisite steps we need to do before installing, sorry, before creating any project. Okay. So
Mhm.
if you are going to the new environment, we need to do, okay, if everything set, we need to start from this step only, whatever we are going to do hereafter. Okay.
Okay.
That would be to create the template, we need to use this command yvo at Microsoft slash SharePoint. Okay, slash. Yvo this backslash at Microsoft. Once you run the script, it will ask all the details. What is the solution name you need to provide? Everything. Okay. So I give some name like
Uh, Before that, aren't we going to create an CD and MD for the directory?
Yes, that's one step we can control it. Okay, so yeah, that's a valid point. Okay, in which path you need to create, there we need to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this path I want to create. So cd space the path name I'm giving. It's redirected to that path. Sorry, I should have moved to that folder. Okay. So to create a folder inside the path, we will use md, the folder name. My path. Okay. Again, I'm going inside that my web path. Okay. Now executing this that 5 comment. Yes, by default it will ask all the details. So you should, so in interview as well, they may ask what is the step-by-step procedure to create the SPFx web parts. Okay. So once you run this Vivo command, what are the inputs we need to pass? So this you remember. So solution name, what is the option on it? Okay. Solution name I'm giving
If
hello.
we open, if we close that install command prompt, and if we open another one,
Uh,
uh, I will need to install them again, like by doing the same process from the scratch.
You already installed it and closing and again opening you mean to say. Say for example, now you install and you are going to create the solution. After in the evening time, if you have opened newly, you want to install or not? That you are asking.
Actually, I have installed this one right now,
Yes, yes,
your gulp and all.
yes.
By mistake, I have closed that command prompt. Now,
But
now I
installation
have
complete.
opened another. Do I need to install them again?
No, my question is installation completed, right?
Yeah,
Then you don't need to install.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, well, the solution name I'm giving. So, what is the component you need to create? Webport extension library. This adaptive card extension is newly introduced. Okay. We'll see on the webport is the one. So, in the SharePoint page, wherever needed, we'll be adding it. Extension is useful. It's something similar. We saw master page, right? Okay, so extension is available to replace the master page. If you want to customize uh, the SharePoint home page, let me open. So web part is something you will create and you will add in this main places. Okay. Extension if you go means the header part, this DA Digital Institute Public Reader in the US there, right? This header part and this lower footer if you want these things and all you can do, you can modify using extension. Also, there are something like field customizer, view customizer, something are there. Field customizer means in the SharePoint list we will be having field, right? For that field, we want to do some other activity instead of doing the default activity. We want to do some other activity. We need to go with field customizer, form customizer also is there. Form customizer, that new form, edit form, if you want to customize, for that you need to go with that. Okay, extension we will see next. Okay, library is the one like reusable component. Okay. Say for example, you are going to create 10 web part. Okay, in each web part you will be using same functionality. One particular functionality you will be using in all 10 web parts means, okay, instead of writing the same code in all web parts, you will create that as a separate library. Okay, that library you can import into the web part, so that we are effectively reusing the same code instead of writing in all the places. We are writing in one place and reusing in all the places. That's the purpose of library. Okay, adaptive card extension. This one is new for me too as well. Okay, I too will read about it and will see. Okay, first we will see one by one. First we'll cover web part, then we'll go to extension and library, and let's see. At the end we'll see adaptive card extension. Okay, now I'm
Okay.
selecting web part. Okay, what is your web part name? I'm giving some name. Display details. This is the framework what you need to use. Okay, by default you can see minimal, no framework and React. Okay, if you want to, mostly we'll be selecting the React. Okay, if you want to do with some other framework like Knockout JS, Angular and all means, we need to select no framework. From there, we will be installing the Angular or another framework. But Microsoft is recommending to select only React. That's why they didn't give other options at all. Okay, so whenever you try to create web part, you choose you prefer to choose React. Okay, so that's it. These are the options. It will have some more options. Not sure. Okay. It will ask the web part to be deployed in all the collection, or one more option like it will communicate to third party APIs or not. There are a couple of more options will come. Not sure. So did you so you are also running, right? So
Yeah.
for you also it task.
Sorry. Yeah.
For you also it started creating the solution after
Yes.
that question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, solution got created. For you, it got completed.
Yeah, it is complete.
Okay. So if you go to that folder and see, you can see all the files inside that my web part, whatever the file name you have given, it got created here. Okay. To
Yeah.
open it in the Visual Studio Code, we need to give the command code space dot. So it will open the solution in Visual Studio.
What we need to give? Code space dot.
Code space dot.
Uh, can you please open the command prompt once?
Yes, I opened it. Have opened?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the folder structure. Okay, we'll see one by one. VS Code. There won't be anything. Launch.json, setting.json. Okay, here you mean give me, you mostly we won't do any changes in VS Code. Okay, we'll do changes in the config.js config files only.
Your
Okay.
voice is breaking.
We will config related stuff we will be changing in the JSON files available in that config file folder only. Okay, we'll see one by one. Okay,
Mhm.
write manifest.json. Here we will this one they will ask CDN base path. Okay, what is the CDN base path means? So when you create this package the solution, there will be two options. Either so when you packaging it, it will bundle and it will give some JS file. Okay,
Yeah.
there is two options whether this JS file should be included in the SPPKG file itself, or you need to have in separate place.
Okay.
I'll give you a minute. Okay, so deployment process, it will give dot SPPKG file. Okay, the whatever name slash name dot SPPKG file. Okay, it will give. Okay, so with that SPPKG file, you want to include your actual customization in that SPPKG, or you want to have it in separate JSON file, that you will decide here. You can see, right? Include client side assets.
Yeah.
Okay, if you give include client side assets true, this all the assets it will be included in the SPPKG file itself. Okay, for that time you don't need to worry about this CDN base path.
Okay.
Okay, if you give this include client
Yes,
side asset as false, it will generate separate JS file. That JS file you need to place it in anywhere, either in SharePoint site, or you can place some other only thing is you need to give wherever you are placing, you need to give that file path here. Okay, then only the solution will work, or else it won't work. Okay. Okay. These are the scenario-based questions. Okay, so you just understand. when you are creating the solution, if you what is the purpose of including client side assets, or if you want to create, if you want to place in separate the SharePoint file, how you will make it, and those things and all scenario based questions, and which is preferable option you can they will ask. Okay, placing it in SPPKG itself or placing it in the SharePoint, which is preferable option. Okay, the thing is, if you are a SharePoint admin and you can directly upload .sppkg file in SharePoint means first option is fine. Okay, you can do whenever there is any change. You can give me a minute. Sorry. You can update the solution and you can share, upload the .sppkg file in SharePoint. Okay, if the environment is not in control, you will be depending with the other admin team. Okay, they have to follow their own process. Then you need to ask approvals and then upload the .sppkg file in SharePoint. And if after that, if there is any approval needed, that needs to be there. Okay, if your whole environment is in your control, you can change. If it is not there, it is better to enable that client side scripting option. Okay, so you don't need to depend with admin team. You can build it. That uploading sppkg file will be one time activity. Okay, after that you can build your solution and you it will generate a js file. You can upload the js file in the place where you have given. You can not uploading, you replace it. Already js file will be there, you will be replacing that JS file. That's the only one activity you will be doing. So it won't be any impact, and you don't need to depend on any other thing. Okay, that's the activity. So mostly you can say I preferably using giving client include client side assets value as false and including the CDN base path. That is the option I prefer to go, because for the first time it's okay, but future and all, it's each time it is changing the SPPKG file and all. It won't good, and also dependency, right? So it is good to have in separate JS file. Okay, and how you will create? There is one more step. SharePoint means you will upload in the SharePoint library only. In this library, any one of the common library where you will be granting permission to all the users, and you will upload. Okay. So if for SharePoint also, give me convert SharePoint to CDN path. Content delivery network is the one. Actually, see, why we are converting normal SharePoint to CDN enable means that getting the JS file is will be much faster. So performance will be much better than normal SharePoint URL we are giving. So there is some PowerShell scripts available to convert normal SharePoint library into CDN path. Okay, two things, you can directly you can upload and you can share path. Okay, also there is one more option, it is recommended option. Okay, converting SharePoint library into CDN path and uploading in that CDN file. Okay, so this is a recommended path as well. Okay, it will be faster to read the JS file from the CDN path. Okay, so hope you are clear with this CDN based path, right? Any doubt in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, tell me. Hello?
Yes, I understood.
Okay, fine. Okay. So that's it about write manifest.json. Okay. Next, if we go to serve.json, okay, there you can see schema port, whether it is HTTPS and the initial page. Okay. So this port number also you remember, 4321 is the port number. Okay. This question nowadays they are asking what is the default port number available when you are creating the SPFx reports. Okay, this port number 4321, you remember it. Okay, and HTTPS, whether it's HTTP or HTTPS, mostly it will be HTTPS only. So it is HTTPS through initial page is the one. Okay, so earlier it was local workbench. It will be like HTTPS localhost colon 4321 workbench.aspx. Nowadays they are completely moved into SharePoint. Give me a minute. I'll have water and come. Okay, so give me a minute.
Okay.
Yes, I'm right. Okay. Hello, are you there?
Yes, and
Okay. So we were discussing about the initial page, right? Okay, this
yes.
workbench.aspx is available. Earlier, they have given, they have like it was like in the local host. We need to check. Okay, now they have integrated in SharePoint itself. So mostly we need to add it in the SharePoint workbench only. If you go to SharePoint page, SharePoint site name, layouts workbench.aspx. So this pop-up coming as we are not running any solution. Okay, this fine. Okay, from here only we need to add our web part and test. Okay, this is the place they have given to add and test the web part in SharePoint. Okay, so you remember, so how we will debug, how we will test your web part, they will ask. Okay, you remember this one. Okay, and you also will be familiar once you start developing. Okay, whenever you are adding and you want to test the functionality, you will be used to this workbench.aspx file only. Okay, so these places and all, this enter your SharePoint site is there, right? In these places and all, we need to add your
Yes.
our
One
SharePoint
third,
site.
got it.
Okay, so here they will ask this port number and the initial page. Okay, and that's it about sash.json. First time I'm seeing this also new. Okay, never used. Okay, if you go to package-json, okay, this was these 3 points you remember. Okay, is domain isolated, skip feature deployment, include client side assets. Okay, so what is the purpose of this? Include client side asset is the one we discussed, right? Like if we need to have the JS file in separate SharePoint library, we need to make it true or false. Okay, uh, Skip feature deployment is the one at the tenant level. We need to allow to something. If we enable this one, uh, it will ask the admin team to automatically deploy this particular app in all the site or not. Okay, these two questions only I thought. Okay, when we are creating the app itself, it was asking earlier. Even I created 2 weeks before that time also, it asked. I don't know now why it is not asking. Okay, so say for example, use when use admin will upload the SPPKG file in app catalog, it will ask whether this app needs to be automatically installed, added in all the site collection or not. Okay, so to ask that option, we need to make this as false. Okay, then only it will ask when we are uploading. Okay, if not needed, it is only for particular site collection means let it be. Okay, so you understood this concept, right? Okay, if the particular app is needed for all the site collection and you are creating the app at the tenant level and it is useful for all the site collection means you need to use this option. Okay, if it is not needed, if it's for only for particular business, only for particular site collection means you don't need to enable this option. Okay, you can manually go and add that app in only that particular site collections wherever needed. Okay, that's the option. Is domain isolated is the one. Okay, mm, say for example, in see here you are having two SPFx part. You just imagine you are adding two SPFx part in this page. Okay, the first two SPFx part communicates with the SQL server. You are writing an in the first SPFx web part is having access to communicate to SQL server using particular API. Okay, and second, so if it is enabled means second web, as both are in same page, second web part also can communicate using the same API without getting the permission. Okay, so if you want to avoid this, like only particular web parts should be allowed to access the particular API. Other web parts in that page should not be able to access that API means we need to enable is domain isolated true. Okay, so that name itself suggests, right, it will be the domain is isolated, that if there are multiple n number of web parts in that page, whatever API is allowed to this web part, only this web part can access. Other web parts can't use the APIs which got permission here. Okay, you got this point or confused? Hello,
Yeah.
you're clear with this, right? Is domain isolated means?
Uh, I'm clear with that. My doubt is for skip feature deployment. If we
Okay.
make it as false, it will ask the admin if we want to uh,
Yes,
create the
there is
app in outside collections, right? Only
there
if
is
it
a
is false.
tick
If it
box.
is true, then it
Yes,
will ask.
correct. By default, it is true. It will skip. Okay. If it is false, it will give an option to the admin.
Mhm.
It will be like something like checkbox,
Okay.
uh, whether we need to add this app in all the site collection or not. Okay, that admin needs to click on the checkbox, then only it will be automatically added. Okay, it won't directly will go on added. Okay, there will be one more option. So for the admin, it gives the option to add in all the site collection.
Okay.
Okay, and these are the other options. So mostly this description and everything. So okay, if you go to deploy Azure storage, um, say for example, you are uploading the JS file and you are referring the you're suffering from Azure storage container means container details we will be giving there. Okay, this you will use once you start using the Azure, you will get to know what is Azure storage account container and access key and all. Once you are familiar with Azure, you will be knowing it. Okay,
Okay.
and these are the like config files components. What is the that entry point where it starts? What is the manifest file and all this is mentioned here. Okay, and the externals. This point you note it. Okay, if there is something like some JS file you want to refer from the external instead of adding in the solution, you want to refer from third party some other places like even in SharePoint library or some third party JS files you want to reference, you need to give that file path in this external only. Then only you can include in the solution. Okay. Use of it is instead of adding the file particular file in the solution, you are directly giving reference using this externals option. You may use once you start developing the project. Okay. That's it about the config. Okay. Let me know if you have any doubt. Just you go through it. Okay. So, what is write manifest, serve.json. You be familiar with these words. Okay. Where you will be updating the CDN base path, where you will be updating that workbench URL, and all those things and all you remember. Okay. You open your solution and you check. Let me know if you have any doubt.
Okay.
You go through is what is the latest version they released and for each release, what is the update they have given. Those things are all mentioned in this link. Okay, so you have any doubt?
No.
Okay, so hope you got that link right. So you go through that. So for each version, what are the update they have given?
Mhm.
Everything they mentioned in that link. Okay, and this SaaS related that apps and why they have given. So mostly it won't be useful for us. Okay, you let's ignore it. If you find time, you go through this and try to understand. Let's ignore. Okay, mostly we won't be using that option. Okay,
Okay.
and this package.json, package-log.json. These are the JSON files we will be using, not using. So whenever you are installing or adding any tools in the solution, that particular app's version number and its name, everything will be added here only. Okay, once we are moving the package from the development environment to production environment, so we need to install same version, right? That's why this package.json and package-log.json, these two things are maintained. Okay, so once we are moving, these two files only will be referred when moving to production. Okay, or whatever the version number mentioned, in the same version number it will be installed in higher version, development to production or development to EAT, whatever the higher version when we are going, these two files only will be referred. Okay, mostly we won't be manually updating it. Okay, whenever if you want to add jQuery here, you will be adding npm install jQuery. You will add only one that single line. It will once you execute that command, for jQuery, one new entry will be added here. jQuery and its version, what is version needs to be installed. For that, one entry will be added here. Okay, that's the purpose of this package.json and package-log.json. Okay, Gulf file, Vivo, these things and all to support execution. Um, node modules is given. So these are the package names. Okay, actual package whatever there. Okay, in the Visual Studio, we see if we see there is a references folder. Inside the references folder, we can see Microsoft SharePoint DLL. The DLLs and all will be there, right? It's the same concept. Okay, inside the node modules only, all the modules, whatever the modules we are going to use in this particular solution, it will be added here only. So same, if you are add new module, say for example Bootstrap or jQuery, if you add new module, that module related files will be added under this module node underscore modules only. Okay, this is the part only. And we also won't touch this node modules. Okay, manually we won't do any changes. If we need anything, if we don't need something, means either we will run command using uninstall, or will to add it we will run command to add using install. Okay, that's the purpose of node underscore modules. Okay, so main thing is everything comes under this src folder only. Okay, if you go to src, there is web part, and inside is only everything will be there. Okay, let's cover let's cover this later. Okay, because this is actual coding functionality. Before this we need to know that what is react, what is react lifecycle, those things and all, let's cover tomorrow. Okay, so we'll see this part we will come after one day. Okay, we'll see what are basics of React and its React life cycle. What are the predefined methods available? Everything let's cover tomorrow. Okay. After that, we'll understand what is there in this code. Okay. Meantime, you just go through it. Okay, what is available in this? Okay, no problem. You will go through it, and hope you can, you know, the command to run. Do you know?
Yeah.
Gulf server. Okay, you run it.
Culture.
You
Yep.
update that file path in that config file.
So JSON.
Save JSON. Gulf build. It is to build the solution. And there are a couple of comments as well, like gulp package bundle. Those things are we will be using when we are sharing the package to the production or UAT environment. We will be using that bundle and package and bundle. These commands we'll be
Yep.
using when we are moving the solution to the higher environment. Okay, you have a look on those commands as well. What are the commands available for gulp? And for installation I also you go through commands, and there are different commands like what is the g, why, what's the purpose, and there are there maybe they will give hyphen save, like development environment hyphen dev. There are different kind of commands available for installation as well. So when you find time you go through it. Okay, even if I find some useful like link which is having all the comments, I too will share. Okay, so once gulp build is done, we can add gulp serve. Okay, there is one more line we need to execute. Okay, so this is one time activity as well. That's something gulp serve test. So this is also first time when you are executing, you need to run this command gulp trust hyphen dev hyphen set. Okay, you need to trust the particular local host. Then only it will get executed. This is first time we need to execute. You execute, then you do gulp serve. Once you are executing, it will ask like some pop-up may come. You need to either approve, agree, something. It will ask. Yes, you hope you also will get this. You are about to install a certificate from certification authority. Yes. Let's open it in Chrome. You can see that display details, the web part I have selected, that web part is coming here. You can well done, your name, web part, everything. This is the default, like default content, whatever they provided there, it will come here. Okay. If you want to debug something, go to inspect the solution folder, it will be there. Okay, that we will see one by one. Okay. So now you got, okay, you, from where it is coming, if you ask me now, that TSX
I
file,
have
just
rendered
only details
okay.
TX file, there is a render method. In this, from this render method only, it is returning. Okay, you try to do the changes. Whatever there inside this section, it is coming. Okay, you try to remove this and you add your own HTML content and you try to play from here. Okay,
Yeah.
these things we
Mm,
will cover later.
I have rendered the Gulf server command,
Okay,
but it is not taking that URL I have given in that. It is
can
just
you share
showing
screen?
the your SharePoint site layouts page.
Can you share screen? Give me a
Yeah.
minute.
Can
That URL not updated. Enter your SharePoint is still there,
yeah,
right?
I have,
Um,
but I have updated here.
uh, so it also save. Can you save again and
Yeah,
or
I
you
have
don't need
saved.
to? Gulf service still running, right?
Yes,
Okay. So you directly update the URL and see
in here.
the browser itself. Yes. Okay. Now you are not getting the pop-up, right? Okay. Now click
Yeah.
on plus and see. Yes. Okay, fine. So if you are not sure why it is not coming, so it will come mostly. It will come now. So sometimes some caching issue might be there. Okay, if it is not there and if Gulf service still running means you can directly access your open your SharePoint site and you can try to open the try to add the part. It will work. Okay.
Okay.